So what does it mean to do a reading and post a slide? So for instance, in the first week, you will be reading an article by TEAC called The Culture of Technology. So you can always access the reading via the link. So you can click on the reading. And here it is. If you want to print it out, that's fine. But you'll do this reading. Now, this is old. This is like 30 years old, but it still is relevant. And that's why we're reading it in class, for thinking about what is technology? How can we think about it? So you'll read this article. It's 12 pages long. There's some images, so you could focus on those as well. So you finish reading the article, and then you ask yourself, what do I think about this article? You are not summarizing. You're figuring out, how do I feel about it? What's a take I have? So then once you're done, you go back to the schedule, and there's a PACE slide deck. And the one you will see is from a previous semester. Okay, so you get to this deck, and you can edit it, which means you can add your own slide. So you'll notice that we've got some 29 slides, so 27 different people had their take on what this article meant to them. And as you'll notice at the beginning, it says in the comment section, respond to the reading in a meaningful way. If you summarize, you'll get 0 points. Anyone can summarize an article, but connect it to your future profession. Connect it to your past learning experiences. Connect it to your present learning experiences. Talk about what you disagreed with. Talk about what you really liked. Share a quote from the article, and then talk about it. So then you'd add a slide. Now, obviously, you would not add your slide above other slides. If other people have already posted their slides, then you need to read through their slides, and then you post your slide at the very bottom of the list. Okay, now I have my slide. Now I'm going to write my take. I can use images and should use images. I can use a little text up top. I might just get rid of these parts, so then I've got space to put in my images and my text. And if I want to write down here, I can directly connect and explain how my images and text up above fits with and connects to the reading. Okay, so they're in order. If someone else, if you were going to talk about how PACEs work and how it connects to snowmobiles and how that changes in different cultures, you'd see, oh, Griffin's already done that. You are going to need to do something else. Or you read his and you reference his when you do your take. So if you show up late, or if a bunch of slides have already been created, you need to look through theirs before you do yours, so you're not duplicating their perspective. The beautiful thing is there are many, many things you can talk about, and no one can duplicate your own experiences. Okay, if you show up first, you can write about whatever you like because you're the first one to comment on the article. So you can do everything. The nice thing about this is if you're not sure how to do this, you can wait a little while and then see what other people have done. And then you can adjust yours accordingly. Okay, so you can go out and get an image. So if I'm looking for, maybe I want a water pump. Image of a water pump. You can go out and look at that, and okay, we've got some mechanized ones, and we've got some old school ones. I don't know where this is going to take me. Okay. And maybe I can copy the image, and then I can come back to my slide and paste it. And Google tells me I'm not doing it right. There's my image. Okay, maybe I want to change the background to just solid white. Done. Okay, now I've got my water pump. Well, I can't just have a water pump, I have to say something about it. And so I can grab a text box and add my text here. And then down here, I might add some notes about how it specifically connects to the reading. Okay, and now after I've done that, I might have more than just this one image. I might have a secondary image. I might draw some arrows in between things. There we go. My computer's a little laggy, I think, because I'm recording at the same time. Might be a time for a new computer. Okay, and you can add points to the end, turn it into an arrow. Oops. Okay, so you get the idea as to what you're going to do. So then in class, you will show your slide to your partner. You'll have a new partner every class period. And then you'll talk about why you created the slide you created, how you did it, what it means, how it connects to the reading. And you'll do that in a breakout room if we're online, or you'll do that sitting next to them in class if we're in person. And then after you've done that for about 5-10 minutes, we'll come back as a whole group and we'll talk about the readings. And so you might mention the slide that they did, they might mention yours, etc. And then eventually we'll be like, okay, well, what did you think overall? Whose slide was really provocative? So it might be like you really liked Ethan's and he was really provocative in terms of what he talked about. Or perhaps Grant's. Okay, so that's the idea behind the readings. Each week there'll be a different reading. So we'll discuss the reading that you did previously. And then for the next week, you'll do a new reading. It'll be connected right there. And you'll post that to a new deck. And you will get 10 or however many points each slide gets you. And if you do all the slides, you get some bonus points that add up to your final grade.